Jussie Smollett, what a damn comedy of errors. But you guys asked me to talk about this and what was my opinion on it. On this channel, we talk about all things politics and current events. So we will cover the case of Jussie Smollett. Real quick, it's your boy Tim, the handsome liberal, coming at you another video. The case of Jussie Smollett has just been finalized in court, and they deliberated and found the guy guilty of 5 of 6 charges. For you guys who do not know what the Jussie Smollett case is about, this was one of the starring cast members of the hit show on Fox titled Empire. And this individual, I suppose 15 minutes of fame was not long enough for him, so he made up a story that he was a victim of a hate crime. He named Trump supporters and basically just alleged that they were saying all kinds of racial statements. His story quickly fell apart. We'll show you a clip of some asinine video. But yeah, he quickly stopped cooperating with police and authorities once his story started falling apart. But before we got to that, we had people like Senator Cory Booker and then Senator, now Vice President Kamala Harris piling on. You know, obviously it fit the narrative of a African-American victim of racism. So, you know, if that's your agenda, you're going to jump on it. And Kamala Harris and Cory Booker went right down the rabbit hole with that. So, just want to run this clip. This is a video of responding officers. And once I run this for you, I'll just come back and narrate on how fucking stupid this is.
Take it off or anything? Yeah, I do. I just want to see that. There's some bleach on me. Bleach on me. Okay. You're filming us, right? Yeah, this is all being. If you want, if it's in his house. They're filming you. You're being audio and reading. Audio. Yeah, I guess when they didn't know when they were walking.
Black privilege going amok. $125,000 an episode this Jussie Smollett was earning. And he comes up with some bullshit like this. I mean, we talk about white privilege on this channel all we want, but here's a black guy earning more every Thursday night when this show was televised. He was earning more every Thursday than most Americans earn all year. $125,000 an episode. And he has the nerve to go out and do some bullshit like this. Now, it did cost him his career, but I just wanted to show you that video because here's a man claiming that white supremacists put a noose around his neck and he wore the fucking noose home. I mean, if you escaped being hung by white supremacists, first thing you would do the minute you got out of their grasp is you would take the damn noose off your neck. He still has the noose on his neck when police arrive. Is that not a load of bullshit? To the point where the cops had to ask him, do you want to take this off? Are you getting comfortable wearing the noose, the homemade noose? Anyway, yeah, like I said, his story fell apart when they started questioning him more in depth about it. And ultimately, I understand these two strapping gentlemen decided to testify against him. Now, these individuals, these strapping young men here, as you see, were the ones he hired. They were extras from his show, and he hired them to do the deed of kind of rough him up a little bit, beat him up a little bit. And yeah, he was going to go to police with the marks on his face and suggest that he was beaten by white supremacists. They were caught on video purchasing the noose that was on his neck and a few other items that was used in this fraudulent, phony made-up attack. So police obviously started questioning them first, and they immediately broke down and snitched on Jussie Smollett. So that's kind of how that went down. What do I think about this? I don't understand how it even went to trial. He went to trial. He was found guilty of 5 out of 6 charges. Most of them are misdemeanors. I believe there was a felony he was found not guilty of. It mostly involves writing or phoning in a fake police report. And that is a crime, obviously. And how he could have thought, or his attorneys or counsel could have thought, somehow he would come out of this not guilty is fucking amazing. Because of the sheer amount of evidence. You got the 2 gentlemen testifying against him that were extras on the show. They were paid he actually gave them a personal check with his fucking name on it. They have the check They have them on video buying the goods, including the noose that's on his neck. And somehow there was a belief that you could potentially beat this in court or beat the. I just don't understand. It seemed like his attorney would have advised him go out and give a very tearful apology and settle a financial deal with the city of Chicago, who is also suing him civilly, by the way, for all of the manpower they put in trying to find these alleged white supremacists in the investigation on this case. So write them a check because you're gonna lose in that area too. Write them a check, issue a tearful apology, say you fucked up or whatever, and take a vacation for a few years and hopefully try to restore your career later on. This happened 3 years ago. He's been dealing with this trial, and it literally just ended today. So yeah, why drag this out? If he had done what I just suggested, pay off the city of Chicago the little $100 and some odd $1,000 they're asking for, and issue a tearful apology, let them go ahead and charge you or plea down to a couple charges, let them give you those misdemeanors, do some community service or whatever. That would have been 3 years ago, folks. This would have been over with. He could have now been auditioning for new shit. Maybe not. He would be getting parts or not, but it would be 3 years in the past. Instead, because he's been fighting this, it's a current wound. It's an open wound. So definitely his career is fucked for the foreseeable future. So how do I feel about this case? I think it's the dumbest the dumbest action I could see from any actor, certainly in his case, where he went from a virtual nobody to being a starring cast member in a hit show, earning $125,000 per episode. Now, there are rumors that he wanted to earn more. He wanted to be, he wanted the more sympathetic crowd because he was playing a gay character, et cetera, whatever. I mean, it worked for Ellen DeGeneres. If some of you guys are old enough to remember, Ellen did have a sitcom. She came out as a lesbian woman, and all of a sudden her career blew up to and including the Ellen DeGeneres talk show or whatever. Maybe he kind of had a vision of something like that happening. Whatever the case may be, you're earning $125,000 an episode and you're not fucking happy. So his career most likely will be on hold for the foreseeable future. He also, at least in my opinion, destroyed that hit show because he brought all sorts of negative attention to it for, in doing something like that. Because you'd have to ask, I mean, I can't necessarily say a lot of Trump supporters were watching Empire anyway, but that would piss off people, and rightfully so. So my take on this is good riddance to Jussie Smollett. Hopefully I don't see him starring in any fucking thing anytime soon. Unfortunately, both Cory Booker and Vice President Kamala Harris had to eat crow on this because, like I said, they piled on and fell down the racist agenda rabbit hole, hoping to score some points, I suppose, with the black community. And yeah, the whole thing, let's just wrap it up. Let's throw it in the history books as just one of the biggest fuck-ups from an actor in recent memory. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Real quick, show your boy some love. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so now. Click on the bell so you know when I'm dropping these videos. At the end of the video, appreciate if you give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And if you do not, don't hesitate to give me that thumbs down. Hell, maybe I deserved it. But drop a comment and let me know what the fuck you had a problem with. Until the next video, it is your boy Tim, the Handsome Liberal.